Greetings. I just wanted to share some thoughts about this week's journal, From Problem to Persuasion, and touch on some of the elements that you may want to consider as you're completing this assignment. First, just remember that you are asked, and the requirement includes writing at least 4 paragraphs, and that each paragraph should be 5 to 8 sentences. In the first 2 paragraphs, you're actually choosing 2 different problem solutions. So these are potentially the topic that you'll take to the end for your final persuasive essay. But before we get that far, we're asking that you take a little bit of time and offer 2 options. So in that vein, you'll start with talking about 2 sides of the issue that you choose, and perhaps you're in healthcare, perhaps you choose health insurance, a hot topic today, and there may be 2 sides of the issue, and that might be that some people feel that it is not the government's responsibility to provide health insurance for everyone, and other people feel that health insurance is not a privilege, it's a right, that everyone should have some access and should have some coverage. So you would detail that in the first sentence and then tell which side you are on and why you are on that side that you chose. And then what makes you interested in health care or health insurance, and perhaps it's that that's your chosen field and that you've experienced something in your life that makes you believe that this is an important and vital issue. You'll do the same thing in a second paragraph with a different issue, giving both sides of the argument. Because in persuasion, you're persuading someone to agree with you. So in order for there to be an agreement, there has to be a disagreement. There has to be opposing sides. So we like to identify those as quickly as possible. So then after you've gone through that process of kind of considering 2 issues, writing a paragraph about each, and reflecting a little bit, then you should decide on which topic you're most likely to write about. That doesn't mean you can't change your mind, but we'd like to take it a step forward in this journal. And in doing so, you're going to write 2 more paragraphs answering these questions. Why is it important for people to consider your side? Why is your opinion, your persuasive nature in this? The whole idea of persuasion is to show the reader how you came to a conclusion logically. So why is it important? Why is your opinion perhaps the right opinion? And then identify who is your audience. And your audience it isn't me. It isn't just your peers. If you're writing about health insurance, perhaps you're trying to convince someone on the other side to consider what we will lose if we give up health care for all, or what we will lose if we keep trying to pay for everyone. Whichever your side is, narrow it to the audience, and the audience should be someone that has a stake within the claim, within the topic that you are writing about. And then, why is it important to convince them your view is best? Why do you feel committed to this issue? So look at the questions carefully, study the rubric, and then when you're ready to submit, remember the submission for the journal happens from the Blackboard platform, and you go to Submit My Assignments, Journal 1-6, create a journal entry, title it. It's best if you can copy and paste it in here as opposed to browsing your computer and attaching it, but either work, and then post your entry. Be sure to look at the rubric, and I hope that you enjoy this kind of formative discovery part of the process. And if you have any questions or need any help, please feel free to contact me. Take care.